Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. Welcome back. In part 2 of this video, we'll walk through making the cheese sauce step by step, explore stovetop versus baked mac and cheese, and share easy flavor upgrades and fixes. Step by step, a creamy homemade mac and cheese that does not break. The key to a sauce that stays together is a stable base. If you've ever ended up with a pool of oil at the bottom of your bowl, it's likely because the sauce got too hot or didn't have enough structure. By following a simple sequence, you can create a velvety coating that stays smooth even as it cools down. Make a simple roux and bechamel, then add cheese the right way. A traditional cheese sauce starts with a roux, which is just a mixture of equal parts butter and flour. Melt your butter over medium heat, then whisk in the flour and cook it for about a minute. This removes the raw flour taste without browning the mixture. Slowly pour in warm milk while whisking constantly. If you add the milk too fast, you'll get clumps, so take your time. Once the milk thickens into a creamy bechamel sauce, turn the heat to the lowest setting or turn it off entirely. Add your shredded cheese in small handfuls, stirring until each batch is fully melted before adding the next. Adding cheese over high heat is the fastest way to ruin the texture. For a little extra depth, stir in a pinch of salt, black pepper, and a teaspoon of dry mustard powder. The mustard doesn't make it taste like a hot dog. It just makes the cheese taste more like itself. Stovetop versus baked mac and cheese, when each is best. Sometimes you want a meal on the table quickly, and other times you want a crunchy bubbly masterpiece. Stovetop. This is the fastest way to eat. It creates the creamiest texture because the sauce isn't being dried out by the dry heat of an oven. It's the best option for a quick weeknight dinner. Baked. This version is firmer and more structured, like a casserole. It lets the flavors meld together and allows you to add a crispy topping. If you choose to bake your mac and cheese, make your sauce slightly thinner than you think it needs to be. The pasta will soak up more liquid in the oven. Top the dish with buttered panko breadcrumbs or crushed butter crackers for a satisfying crunch. Bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit only until the edges are bubbly and the top is golden brown. Overbaking will turn the sauce into a dry paste. Flavor upgrades, easy add-ins, and quick fixes. Once you master the basic recipe, you can start treating it as a canvas for other ingredients. You can also handle any minor kitchen disasters with a few simple tricks. Even if a batch doesn't turn out perfect, you can usually save it before it hits the table. Easy mix-ins and toppings that make it taste homemade. Adding extra ingredients can turn a side dish into a full meal. Just make sure your add-ins are cooked and drained of excess water so they don't water down your sauce. Proteins. Crispy bacon bits, shredded rotisserie chicken, or canned tuna. Vegetables. Steamed broccoli florets, frozen peas or sautéed spinach. Spices. Smoked paprika, garlic powder, or a dash of nutmeg. Heat. Diced pickled jalapenos or a few shakes of hot sauce. Crunch. Parmesan cheese mixed with breadcrumbs or crushed potato chips. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe.